And here we are on Enshrouded again, and this is episode 2 of my Enshrouded playthrough. And so what we have on the cards for this episode is I need to get a better weapon, I need to get better armor, I need to open up the first travel point, and if I can, I definitely need to have a bit of an explore around and gather some materials. So I aim to do all of that in one go. So obviously last time I picked up a few materials. Let's see what we can do from the start. So let's have a look. So I could do with a scrappy sword. Now that is, I believe, our first quest. So yeah, we only have one quest at the moment. And believe me, that will fill up pretty soon. So here we have it. Craft a new weapon or armor or... Okay. Right, in which case... let's have a look. So... at this point we'll grab... I'll tell you what. We will grab... everything. That'll save me running back and forwards. What do we not have? Nails. So, Oswald, we need nails. Thank you very much. Have that. Very much. Now we'll have a sword. Now, how much of the armor can we make? Well, so far we're going to need some more string. Manual crafting, please. Let's make ourselves some string. I'll see if I make that. Now, plant fibers all over the place, but let's see whether we can get away with this. Chest plate, please. So, metal scraps. We can have the helmet. Right, so we need more metal scraps. We need to go and visit scavengers. So I'm going to need one more there. 2 more there. So I need 3 more metal scraps, really. Right, let's have a look. Equip that, please. Equip that, please. And equip that, please. Okay, let's bring you down here. We're going to definitely upgrade to the sword we've got. Right, let's go and put you guys back in the box for the moment. He says, putting everything in there. Don't need all those torches, that's for sure. That sword. Go down in the bottom. Along with the other one. Okay. Now, I'm definitely going to need grappling hook and the glider as well. Those I can craft. They're always going to make it an awful lot easier. Shroud wood, so I need some shroud wood, some shroud spores. I need 12 shroud spores in total, and more metal scraps there. Okay, I guess we're off. Now, let's get a top up. Definitely do with some twigs. Let's face it, I need more wooden arrows. I definitely like the ranged combat. Yes, I'm more of a ranged combat person. And I want to get myself up on the ledge. So, crafting wise. There you go. How many do we have now? Down the bottom there. So, we have 11. I need more. Now, I'm not saying I'm a bad shot, but we definitely need more. Okay, there's a wolf down there. Any more around here? More bushes, please. That could have been better. Right. Take those. Crafting. Okay, so again, I should now have enough arrows. I've got 31, or at least for what I want to do. Right, so normally we're going to need a grapple to get up here. But I'm going to try and do it the other way. And hopefully, I know there's a scavenger camp nearby. I can take out a few of these. The idea is to get some metal scraps. Okay, we have 2 metal scraps there as well. Now, do we have anything in here? Yep, we'll take those. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. Let's see if we can chisel our way in just a little bit. I want to get a foothold. And you will hear me tapping twice. I'm so used to having double jump. What are we doing there? Kind of. Okay. Are we all clear? Kinda looks it. Now I know there's a scavenger over there and a wolf. Let's try not to alert them too much and see if we can take them out with the barrels that are there. No point in ducking now. No. So much for the stealthy approach. The idea was to stealth up here, get close to him, shoot the barrels and take him out. And I have achieved exactly none of that plan. And the wolf's already dead. So is that one. Okay. Wonder what happened there. Normally they're alive and normally end up having to deal with them. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. Hey, you know, ding dong, the wolves are dead. But I must say, I was expecting to have to fight them, which is why I was going to take them out using the explosive barrels. And I must say, that did not go to plan. Now, as much as I hate these explosive things, I'm going to take them anyway. They might come in handy. Sometimes they do. Let's Steer clear of the explosives there. Now, yes, there we go. Let's get that chest. And we have a staff. Not really what I wanted, but okay. Harvest that as well. And harvest that. So I'm surprised. Okay, well, let's not set anything off down here. Let's just take these items, avoid the barrels. Yep. Yes, I'm accident prone. This is why I'm always going super careful around the barrels, because yeah, me and explosives, you know, any friends who I've played with will testify to this, that me and explosives don't always do well together. Don't be wrong, on 7 Days to Die, I'm pretty good with the explosives, you know, better than most of my group, that's for sure. But even so, you know, accidents have happened. Don't really need those yet, but I will take them because I like my decorations. Good, more arrows. Review. Read you. Again, if you want to read it, you can pause and have a look. Okay. And let's search this pile. Nope, not going to hit that. Again, too low. And we got nothing from that. Okay, never mind. Still, not a bad run so far. How are we doing on the old inventory? I still have a bit of room in the inventory. So, let's grab some more fibre. Fibre's going to be very good for string. Twigs are going to be very good for arrows. Let's make sure we have that now. Again, actually, how many arrows do I have? 57. Good start. Now, I'm actually going to head... I'm going to head up towards the scavenger camp. At the moment, I'm not. It's a beehive near here. Or bees. Used to be up here. Gather it's... There it is. Oh, great shrouds as well. Okay. Right. Oh, seriously? Again? That's over. Okay. Let's grab that stone. I do have a habit of looting quite a bit. Okay, so let's make sure we get the wax. Want the honey. Okay. Could have swapped to the wand at that point. Saved my arrows. Now, again, if I'm correct, which I'm not always. Not always correct at all. Sometimes a lot less than I'd like to be. If I remember rightly, there's a wolf in here and 2 scavengers as well. There's one of them just walking past the fire there. There are some explosive barrels in there. Let's see if we can get them at all. Now the wolf is quite often over on the left hand side there. I don't see him. Have I been spotted? Straight on that edge there. Okay, are you... Okay, we'll take some more of that. I felt sure there was another guy there. Hopefully I just didn't trigger him. Might be another archer up on that tower. I can see someone still moving around in there. Surprised he didn't get alerted. Times I've come up here normally, I've normally ended up with 2 scavengers and a wolf. And there is most definitely a guy up there. No, down some. Come on over here. So I'm just round here. I'm surprised he hasn't fired back yet. He must be glitched. Must have been glitched. Either that or he just couldn't see me behind the fire. Either way, I'm thankful for it. Did feel like he was glitched though. Thought he was going to get a couple of shots on me there. Take that. Take that. Okay, let's try using the ladder, shall we? If I get confused with the keys, it's because I have been playing a bit of Valheim recently as well, so he'll be fine down there. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Because we all know he that they speak of is behind. There we go. Let's kick that off. Boom. Boom. Okay, so let's lockpick you. Take you. Search you. Okay, I'll take it. In fact, again, because we're so material poor at the moment, I'll take anything we can get out. That's a search. Okay, we'll take that as well. Must be getting close to full now. Okay, let's avoid you and okay, let's read you. Yep, you can curse them all you want, matey. You're dead. Right, let's open you. What did I get? A masterful mace. And of course my backpack's full. Really should have been sorted out, shouldn't I? Okay, is there anything I can really afford to get rid of? Well, I already have some string, so let's have a load more, because I am going to need load more string. anyway. Dirt. I don't really need dirt at the moment. Some different scrap arrows and flint arrows. Fair enough. Well, dirt. Sorry, you can go for the moment. The mace is more important. Okay. Now, obviously, there's some more flintstone there. But with my inventory the way it is, I'm just going to search this camp, take everything back with me, I think. Take that as well. There's a bed here just in case we get caught out. Don't think that fire reaches the bed though. Now, there's some... Okay, so this has slightly changed. There used to be explosive barrels around here. What have they done with them? Okay, what do we have in here? There's some bombs. I wouldn't say they're useless. They can be used. Again, I'm not overly keen on the use of them. Right. There used to be explosive barrels around here as well. Again, resin's a lot more useful. Salt's going to be useful. In fact, just about everything is for the moment, but I know plant fibre is outside, so... Right, it's time. I've got the metal scraps I need. I've got the items I need. Okay, so that's all of that done. Is that? Nope. Can't take that off of there. Okay, take some stone off that shelf. Can we? No, we can't even take that. It looked like hide on the floor for a minute there. That's why I was at it. Okay. Probably should have seen that. And again, with my eyesight, no wonder that I didn't. And the fact it's right under my nose. Can't take the fibre because, of course, I've just deleted some and got rid of it. I mean, to be fair, you might say, do I need the books at the moment? I start collecting the books earlier on. Are they necessary? No, not completely, really. It's just that when decorating, you know, you do need a fair amount of books to be able to do bookshelves and stuff like that. Which is my intention. And of course, I suppose I could always come back later when, you know, when perhaps they're a little more necessary. Okay, let's get you two. Yep, take that. I'm going to now. There we go. Gather everything. Sometimes there's been a chest down here. There isn't this time. Sometimes there has been. I mean, I did wonder that before. It's obviously there's a chest over there. That's always there. And I found a chest here before as well. I wonder whether they removed that. Cause I did find it surprising that there was two chests in the same area. Then again, maybe that's why it was such a surprise. Maybe that's why they put it there. You know what? I'm not going down that way. That's daft. Given a glider, I might risk it. Since I don't have one, let's not do that, shall we? Okay. Next, I need to go into the shroud because I need shroud wood. And I need spores. Nope, you can't pick it up yet. I'll take as much of this honey and wax as I can get for the moment. Okay, let's head back over, look for the banners. Do like this flooring outside. Back into our courtyard. Yes, I've decided it's our courtyard.
Hey!
Hey, Oswald, why are you standing up there?
Where there's fire, there's hope.
Yep. Embervale can still be saved. When there's ash, there's embers, kid. The shroud suffocates the valleys, so seek the elixir well with your new gear and raise the root of our misery. Ignite the depths and set this evil ablaze. Go on, I'm counting on you, Flameborn. Good, well, we're getting there. Glider. Flame doesn't give you wings, kid. Craft a glider at the workbench. I'll make getting around a little easier. Perfect for brave ones like you. Don't forget that using a glider drains stamina, but from what I've seen, you've got it in you. Yeah, not nearly enough at the moment. Not for the kind of journeys I want to do. Well rested. Yep, absolutely. We definitely need that well rested buff. What else are we looking at crafting here? Can we craft anything else? Yep, we will need the kiln, which we can do. I have no room in my inventory at the moment, so we're certainly not doing it at the moment. Then we would need 10 lumps of charcoal. That will be easy enough once we get the other. Okay, so we have decorations. Before we do anything else, yeah, let's A, close the door. We're not born in a barn. B, foodstuffs. Let's get rid of the food in my inventory. Let's pop that in there. I'm going to put salt in there as well, although obviously I do realise that salt can be used as both a material and as a food substance. Probably not so much a food substance until later, when we actually get the cauldron or the kettle. Okay. Right, materials. And then we'll also take a look at this lovely new mace. Down here, I want to put the books. I'm going to put the arrows up there for a moment. I don't want the staff at the moment. So, let's have a look how we're doing with the mace. That looks lovely. My question is really, is it a one-hander or a two-hander? It's a two-hander. Well, definitely good for beating people out there. Not my most favoured, to be perfectly honest. I would much prefer a single-handed, but let's put the club away for the moment. I'm going to put it in there. I'm not getting rid of anything at this stage in the game. Quite literally carrying everything. Again, there we have the wand, foodstuffs, lockpicks, arrows. That'll do for the moment. Right. Let's sleep through it. There we go. Very quick night. Let's repair everything. Always repair before going out. Okay. Again, I definitely need 8 shroud wood, and 2 spores, and 10 spores for that. Metal scraps shouldn't be too much of a problem. How many have I got? See, I've got 10. 3 shroud wood, so I need 5 shroud wood, and I've already got 10 spores, and I think I said I needed 12, so... Well, it wouldn't hurt to get a few more. So definitely want those. And obviously we now have the metal scraps to make the armour. You know what, I'm going to do that before I do anything. Metal scraps, what is it? Cloth and hide, I believe. Nope. So I need the gloves and the trousers, I believe. So string.
Now get back out.
I certainly will do, but not just yet. He's a bit bloody pushy, isn't he? Okay, it's on to you. Gloves, please, and trousers. There we go. Yeah, in the nicest possible way. Shut up. There we go. Let's put those in there. Right. There we go. So we're dressed slightly better. Equip that. Equip that. Red bear pants. Delete. Okay, I definitely don't need those. Right. Let's get out now. Now, there is a temptation to go to a larger. That's where I would get water from, if I needed it. You're down there, aren't you? Yep. Come on then. Thank you. We'll take those 2 shroud spores and now have enough. Don't fancy you. Can go away. Yep. Let's go around. Plenty of time. 427. We'll take those arrows. Here we go. Smash you. Take that. Bandages. Well, yeah, you've seen how I play so far. Let's face it, bandages are going to be something that is necessary. As I said, I've definitely played before, quite a bit. And I'm definitely good at the game. However, that does not mean I am not prone to stupid decisions occasionally. So I apologise for when I do that now. Feel free to find that entertaining or frustrating, your choice. Actually, I think I can hit that with the axe. Oh, you have to be a specific distance with the axe, and that's what annoys me. As somebody pointed out in the comments, that the pick is truly your friend for these kind of things. They're just too low. I do prefer to use the axe, but there are times where the axe just, you know, excuse the pun, isn't going to cut it. Right, there we go. Out. Now, I need some more shroud wood. Let's head down. Sword and shield ready. Okay. Don't have my buffs yet. Right, we do have 2 skill points here. I'm definitely thinking do much prefer to go ranged, so but I do need some more wood. I mean, 2 mines. I definitely could do with lumberjack. So the reason I'm in 2 mines with it is because you're going to get wood anyway. It's just that one is a difference between you having to cut a lot more in order to get the wood that you need, and one just gives you that bit more. No. No, 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 no. I don't need anything from there. Don't mess around. Come on. Focus! We need to get going. Need to get this shroud wood. And I need at least another 5 of it. So heading down here. It has been a little while. I wonder whether the chest will have recovered. Yes, it has. So it looks like all chests are recovered. So I don't need another torch. Leave it alone. The trouble is sometimes when it says collect. Hold on, let's come out. Let's get this shroud timer up. I don't think I have any shroud potions at the moment. No, I do not. Doesn't matter. Okay. Right, let's go. Head down here. Now, this is the bit where I get lost, normally. Excuse the furious button tapping there. Right, now, I do have enough, but I've only just entered. We still have 4 minutes. I'm going to see if I can get some more. Without getting lost, though, I always get seriously lost in here. you know what, some more shroud spores aren't a bad thing. I mean, obviously, instead of jumping over them like that, I could try and deflect them, stunning them, and then beat them up. But with the AI the way it is, sometimes I find you can just jump over the top of them and then hit them from behind, which, let's face it, if you've got backstab or sneak attack, I think that counts. Don't quote me on it, I think it does. Let's quickly head off this way. There's some more wood. Let's grab some more of that. The reason I want to grab some more of that is I quite like the way the shroud wood looks on flooring. Hey, ah, there you are. Oh! Okay. Right. Get some more wood. Like I said, I really do like the shroud wood for flooring. Certainly early game anyway. I'd actually say I really love the palm wood. That's really nice. Obviously we don't have access to that until the Kindle race. And the other one, 2 minutes. The other one I really like, I would say, is actually the Albany biome, the Boreal. It's Boreal. Right, so let's head through here. Either way, right, I now have the stuff that I want. Let's start heading up and out. Yes, I know, 1 minute 26. Always makes me nervous. Like I say, I get lost in the shroud so easily. Get turned around before you know it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I don't panic. I don't see the point in panicking. Worst case scenario, where you're in the shroud, you just need to find a very high point that you can climb out and get above the shroud. Yeah, you just need to find a high point so you can get above the shroud. Or, the only other alternative is, maybe if you can, climb up the banks and dig your way out with your pick. I found I've had to do that on occasions. Yep, take some more of that, thank you. Right, let's go and get the glider and the hook made. I'd really like to get that first travel point open and go and do the tower. Take that and that. Shame on me. Haven't even looked at my immediate surroundings. You see, there's metal scraps sat right there for the taking. I think I did run around here briefly, but I didn't really look. I mean, I was not necessarily. I was looking, but I'd love to blame my sight, but I wouldn't say actively looking. Otherwise, I wouldn't have missed those bits. Right. So again, the glider. What's needed? Why am I looking on you? I don't make it there. Yeah. Glider. So shroudwood. I need 2 animal fur, and then I need Spores, string, and metal scraps. So animal fur, string, metal scraps. Let's get it up here. Shroudwood and spores. Okay. Why am I'm going to you again? Am I still here? Yeah, I'm still running around, apparently still getting confused. Even though I've literally just looked at this. My goodness. This is Today the Muppets Play Enshrouded. With me being the Muppet. There we go. Right, so we now have those. Let's equip them. There you go. Equip you, yes, and equip you. What's the ring? Sigil Ring of the Old Guardian. I know I've already got one of those. I'm wondering whether that would be better. So that's 8 stamina, 10 health. Let's have a look. What rings am I currently wearing? Well, that one has got stamina regen on. I think I'll go for the overall buff in stamina and health. There, right. Now what amazes me is that with rings and armor and shields, you actually can't break those down at the moment for runes. You can only break down weapons. A little surprised at that, to be honest. Right. Put everything back. Now, I could really do with a lot more arrows. Rebel. I'm not interested in Rebel at all. I do have the bombs there. I'm going to leave those twigs in there. I don't feel like I want to take those out. I'd rather have some twigs left there. Right, let's head off. What I'd like to do is start unlocking the other survivors as well and get those back here. Ooh. Some cloth. Don't mind if I do. Again, this is something in later game where you just don't need the cloth. It's like, oh my goodness. You know. At that point, I'm just literally throwing it away. But for the moment, the time being, very much need it. Now, like I said, I'm just going to grab myself some twigs, get some wooden arrows. No doubt. I can't remember. For the first tower, I think there's a few targets that I will need to shoot. So it won't hurt to have as many. You know what? I'd rather have more arrows than less. This is possibly a case of overcompensation. Quite possibly. Not the first time. There we go. Right, okay. How am I doing now? Okay, so I have 40 and then 62. So 79 total, what I can tell. Right. Time to head onwards. Now. Oh, hello, wolf. Okay, how am I doing for food? Well, I still have some food there. Probably not entirely enough. Right, so we could go... no, leave it alone for the moment. Let's get that first point open. I want to get the first travel point open first of all, and you know what, I'm just going to run through the shroud. I could use the glider and the swing ropes to get across, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to run across, go through the shroud. Yeah, I'm also going to eat one of you to get my health back up, I think. You. Yeah, you know what? Just for this section. Let's do it. Okay. What do we have here? Where's the chest? There's the chest. What do we have in here? Oh, some more arrows and a bandage. I definitely wouldn't say no. Nothing else here of consequence. Right, let's head out, down. Of course, I've already killed the two guys down here. So let's head straight across. Now, the reason I definitely want the grapple and the glider is because I'm not going to take the standard route. Up to the tower, that is. You can follow it around the base of the mountain. I probably will go through the scavenger camp a little bit. Okay. This game is full of those climbing sections. Always good to have stamina. It doesn't matter what build you are. On a playthrough I'm doing with a friend, he's playing a mage and he hasn't got too much stamina. There have been points there where it's come to climbing and oh my goodness has he struggled really badly. Right, this way. Whoa, didn't see you coming. Yeah, pack that in. Starters. I must admit, I didn't see him, didn't see it coming. You probably already saw that and was screaming at the screen. I personally did not see him coming. I did see him coming though. Small flint line. Good to know. Seems I want to start doing flint walls because I like the rough cut flint walls. Be careful how I say that. Could get you in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I like those. I think they look very good. Certainly for lower parts of buildings. Right. Let's go to the bow here. Nobody at the front. Yeah, they're through there. So anyway. Nobody in the tower either. It's unusual. It's normally people down there. There we go. Are you actually going to climb that tower and make it easy for me to shoot you? Or not? No, missed his head. Not that I'll get the bonus for it anyway, but... I felt sure there was more here. Honestly felt sure there was more of them here. I've seen the trap to the right hand side there. There's a couple of those scattered around. Okay, let's read that. Yeah, climb on the table and read it. Why not? Imagine this. Love to, but not right now. What else do we get? Oh! Daggers. I really quite like the daggers. There we go. Take those. Can we get anything special from there? Not really, just wooden logs. Ah, I don't know why I expected more from that. Okay. Again, I'm just going to smash everything. I'm really... Yeah, except you. I'm really looking for metal scraps. Okay. Oh, we've made this a little bit higher. Oh, I used to... Or have they? Okay. They definitely made that a little bit higher. I used to just jump across this. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit higher. I fall from here now and I'm in trouble. I'm not going to make it up there. Not unless I had double jump. No, not without a bit of help, I'm not. Okay, need to chip a bit more off of there. Okay. Again, you could just run round. There's absolutely no problem with that. It's just a route I take, but you can absolutely run around this mountain and get there. I call it a mountain, hill, whatever you like. I do have a habit of using the pickaxe to get to places that I probably shouldn't. Well, no, that's the way the game's designed, actually. I just don't take the usual method or route prescribed. Same as I don't really in 7 Days to Die. I know some people will take the route that you're given. I generally tend to knock a hole in the wall myself and then climb in. I'm afraid if games give me the tools to do that, I very much do that. Right, okay, so the shrine there has kicked off. Right, let's get through this. I am going to be smashing things through here, although I notice you don't quite get as much as you used to. I'm smashing the items in here. What about these things? Because I do remember a lot of times you could go through, say, the Kindle race, you could even go through the Highlands as well. And oh my goodness, the amount of materials you used to get from these towers was amazing. There we go. Let's push that button. Do we have anything out here? We do have a pot to smash. Anything from that? No, nothing. Nothing placed on the bench. Anything from that? No. Okay. Anything in here? Well, we've just opened that. We just come from there. Nothing else to pick up or smash that I can see. Nothing else here. What else do we have in the chest? Oh! A forest longbow. You know what? That is bound to be better than what I have right now. Because obviously I am currently using a crude wooden bow. Yes, a bow. Delete. Thank you. Okay. Yep, and I still have the wooden arrows there. Fair enough. Nothing down here to smash or collect? No. Out here, nothing to collect. No, nothing from that. Nothing from that either. Okay. There's a staircase. I keep seeing something on there, and it's not. It's a part of the bench that's sticking up. I keep thinking it's something that I can take. Okay. Go. Let's open that up. Got you there. What's out here? Anything good? Nothing of consequence. Okay, let's move away from you. Get to you. Over we go. Thank you. There we go. There's the way up. See what we can get from these. Any more items? Come on, we'll take anything. Little scraps, bits of string, honey. Yep. Oh, a spectral ward at the blacksmith. Okay. Nice shield. I believe that has chances of warding off magical attacks, if I remember correctly. Not sure that I do right now, but I think so. That takes us downstairs. We're going that way, just in case there's anything else we can pick up, because I think there is. Now, don't get me wrong, I do move this through this, you know, reasonably fast. In the same breath, I'm trying to take everything I can. So probably not as fast as I normally would. Sometimes in the early game I will flit through this and maybe not pick up as much. For example, I probably would have gone up already, but I'm going to take everything I can from here. And let's have a look. Wonderful spikes. Anything else down here? I'm going to have to put a torch on. Okay. And I'm not going to use my axe to smash all of these. Sometimes I would, but they take a considerable amount to smash. Is there any chest under the stairs? Have they been sneaky? They have. Yeah, there we go. Oh. And some fireballs. How nice. I think these will take some smashing, so I'm not going to go around and smash them all, but more bandages. Yeah, again, they are quite hard to smash, those things. Right, okay, onwards and upwards. On we go. I think this is the last but one level. And of course it's night time. Ah, okay, so we're going to be doing that, are we? Right. No, not those, not those, not those. Okay. There and over. How am I doing for stamina? Not too bad. Do I still have buffs on? No. Okay, let's get that stamina buff. Okay. We're doing it. Nope. Okay, so we have to hit that first. Assuming that that is the button that we want to hit for that door. And it is. Right, let's head in. What do we get from here? Rusty sword, 14 damage. Well, that's not too bad. all of those will certainly help get some runes together. Okay, so we've got those, we've got those, we've got those. Can't see anything there. Or there. That's a really nice view. Okay, so we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. I'm wondering whether I can get away with just sailing over that. Well, we're going to try it anyway. Wow. No, that did not quite work out the way I wanted it to, but hey. Oh well, it's doing that again, except climbing over instead. Right. Do we got a chest? Okay, let's take you off there. Any more loot? We'll take any of you. Nothing out here, nothing in that corner. Nothing that I can see anyway, no. Okay, back down. Yep, because there we go. I didn't see that option. Oh, backpack full. What is it full of? Wow, I didn't think of an answer to that, to be honest, but anything we don't particularly need. Well, yeah, all these torches. Let's take you. So we've got some more salt. Okay, heading on up. I think this is it. Should be at the top level now. Nope. Okay. It's a left or right choice, isn't it? Getting health-wise, that was only a little bit. Down here. Okay, that opens. Over there, over there. Right, okay. So we'll be bounding over there, and then no doubt... Is there one round? Yeah, I see it, and that goes up there. No doubt there'll be a chest up there. And what's this way? Oh, I see. This has the two. Right, so let's go this way first of all. Let's head there. Oh, yeah, I tried to be too clever there. Okay, so there is over there. What's out here? I need to start using the pick in a minute. My axe is running out of steam. I'm gonna run out of durability real soon. Okay. Aha! I don't have updraft at the moment either. Yep. Okay, so we've already got that one. I think the other one's up there, actually. Okay. See if I can get this right. And okay, so I can see that goes over. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I think the other one's on the wall over there. Gonna see if I can do this. This doesn't always work out well for me, to be honest. Let's climb over as quickly as possible. So if we suddenly lose the stamina, there we go. Let's hit you. Anything good from you? Yeah. Okay, so that's everything done. Right, so what do we get? What do we get for going the extra mile here? Battling wand. You know what? I can fit it because I'm going to get rid of that rubbish and take you. Put you in its place. That'll do. That'll do nicely. I very much like wands in this, and I do have a tendency to use them at the game. Oh, hold on. I almost thought I'd misjudged that for a minute. There we go, going up. Right. Oh, and there we go. Well, we'll take that. Hi, Flame. That's it. We are definitely in for reclaiming the land and as much loot as we can get our hands on. Oh! Metal plates. You know what? We might well need those, and I don't need dirt at the moment. I would rather take the metal plates. Yep, metal sheets. We'll take those. See if there's anything else worth taking. Now that we've opened this, we can jump back. Place the ill-gotten gains away. Wow, you say ineffective. I would say the fact that we've broken into them and got what we want. Of course, me standing a mile away and trying to hit it doesn't help. I guess you could call that ineffective in a way. And some more water. Okay, well, we've got what we came for. That's it. The fast travel point is now opened up. Yep, there we are on the map. You're opened up, you're opened up. We have shroud routes there, shroud routes. Okay, in which case, and one there, homeward bound. Now that we've opened that up and have some new armor and weapons. Hello, Flame. The ancient vaults contain voices silenced by the shroud, yet some sparks still linger, flickering in the dark. A hunter, once the fiercest in the land, and an alchemist with knowledge of the ages, awaken them, for they will help you along your journey. That's true.
Oi!
There's no need to shout. I'm right here. There we go. Let's get our stuff repaired. And as for you, thank you. We certainly will. Salvage items. Craft. Yeah, we could really do with a kiln. Now, let's go and... We certainly will. Let's get some materials put away. And I'm thinking very, very soon going to need more boxes. Very much so. Now that's normally what I'm putting all the shroud materials in. You know what? I'm going to cast bone meal in there as well. I'm going to put metal plates in there for the moment. I already have spaces in here. No, apparently no, that's because I said specifically I was going to put salt in here. So let's put the salt in there. Now I'm thinking I also might put potions in there. Yeah, that's not such a hot idea at the moment. They're not so necessary. I'm going to keep you on me because of the shroud time. I'm seriously contemplating the daggers as opposed to the two-handed mace, to be honest. In fact, I think that is what I'm going to do. Fireballs, you can go in there as well, and a rusty sword. I think it's time I started sorting this out a little bit as well. So we have a rusty sword there. We have a staff that I have no intention of using. And the club is something that I made to begin with, so we'll delete that since I can't salvage it for anything. Right, so let's have a quick sort out, very quick sort out. You salvage for 9. You also salvage, 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 and salvage. There we go. So we've got 54 there. And we'll pop you in there. So now we have a total of 57. That ring can go down here again. The hunter's ring. It's a shame, again, like I said, the rings and the armor and everything can actually only be deleted, which is a shame. The other thing is water can go over here. Just close that one. I didn't mean to. Right. Wolf meat. We're going to take that. I have more than enough purple berries at the moment. So, there we go. No, I'm definitely going to be using this for the Constitution bonus, at least for the time being, until something better comes along. Okay, there we go. So that's our wolf meat done. What do you want, Oswald?
Where there's fire, there's hope.
Adding enhancements. Yes, that's right. We could add some enhancements, but not particularly interested in it right now. Okay, so we have... Right, so we've got that done. Those. Okay, so that means next time we'll be off out to get the hunter and the alchemist. Now, for the time being, what I want is to get the kiln set up and his forge. So the kiln is going to take stone. That's going to be now charcoal. Yep, which we're going to get. So first of all, 20 stone. Let's get this done and out of the way. Right, now, for the minute, Oswald, it's going to go out here. Yep, you know what? Just there will do. Obviously, I'm going to need to put some wood in it. Yep, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wood and dirt. Yes, I know, I got rid of a load of dirt, but that's because it is all around outside. It is everywhere. So, let's take that. Split stack, yes please. We'll take you. Okay. Now, let's go and harvest some dirt, shall we? I'm going to move out of range because I'm going to want this to reform at some point. I'm just going for the top level soil, is what I'm doing, and that's why I'm moving around so much, because otherwise we'll start going from dirt to stone. Right, I'm now going to take what we've got, start with that. Like I said, I don't want to do too much harvesting there, but I want to do enough that we achieve what we want. As I said before, I don't think you really want to see me harvesting tons and tons and tons of items on screen. Nobody has that kind of time. Right, so you're working. We have one recipe in there at the moment. So without that charcoal, which we don't have, we have 230. Let's put this stone back. Now, let's have a look in the journal. Go. Clear the elixir. Well, we do need to do that. Very much so. Alpha alchemy. The hunter's actually going to be a lot more to this character than the alchemist. Although the alchemist, I would argue, is probably the easiest to get. Let's have a look. Show a map. Yes. Whereas the alchemist is somewhere at the top. So I would say hunter and the alchemist for next time. And I'll have some charcoal and actually be able to place the forge for Oswald. But that's it for episode 2. As I said, we now have some lovely fur armor. We have some new weapons. And we've opened the fast travel tower. So that's it for episode 2. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed playing. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a good day. So until next episode, bye for now.